Hey everyone, how's it going? Cloud here, and welcome to my guide on Evil Dave's Big Day Out quest. Now, for this quest you're going to need the following requirements. So you must have completed the Recipe of Disaster Freeing Evil Dave subquest, and there's a link for that guide in the video description below. And you'll need these skill requirements: level 30 Agility, level 30 Cooking, level 30 Herblore, and level 30 Magic. No enemy to defeat, which is good. And as for items, the only thing you're going to need is an empty inventory, so obviously bring nothing with you at all. So that's it for requirements and items. Now onto the quest starting point. So we're currently at the Edgeville Lodestone, which can be accessed via the Lodestone network. And to start this quest, we need to head from the Edgeville Lodestone to the house southeast, which is where Evil Dave lives with his mum. You want to go down and open the trapdoor near Doris to enter his evil basement of doom, and select either option to speak about the quest. Evil Dave will explain that Zamorak has returned to Gielinor and he wants to conduct a ritual to get his attention. He'll hand you Dave's spellbook and attempts to conduct a ritual with your help. The ritual will appear to have failed and you end up blacking out and awakening in his bed, with him missing. You want to admire yourself in the mirror to the northwest and you'll discover that you look like Evil Dave. Climb the cellar stairs, back up to Edgeville and speak to Doris, who thinks you are now Evil Dave, and after some conversation it becomes apparent that you and Evil Dave have swapped bodies. However, Doris will not believe you and instead ground you and commands you to do the chores. So to do the chores, you need to search the wardrobe to the northeast twice to collect a tattered old broom and bedbug cleaner. Click on the rug in the centre of the room to sweep it with the broom to complete the first chore. Then search the shelf on the west side of the house to obtain some dishwashing soap and use it on the sink nearby to clean the dishes, and this will complete the second chore. Right click the sink and click take knife to obtain the vegetable chopping knife, which can then be used on the southern table to chop some vegetables, completing the third chore. And finally head back down to Evil Dave's basement and walk over to his bed northeast and clean it. So after all the chores are completed, you'll take a nap in the bed and enter a cutscene with your character, who is actually now Evil Dave, along with Moya at Demonheim, and they proceed to speak to Zamorak, who, believing it is you, asks Evil Dave to spy on a meeting being held by Saradomin. And after leaving, Zamorak will ask Moya to tail Evil Dave, believing that he is acting erratically. So after the cutscene's complete, head back upstairs and speak to Doris to inform her you have completed all the chores. She teleports to the Grand Exchange to get groceries and warning you that leaving the house will make you double grounded. So as you're now home alone, you're free to explore the basement, so head back down and search the bookcase to the east using the second option if you want to skip extra dialogue. The first one has some puns based on famous real life books and fourth wall breaking. So you'll find Dave's spellbook, but it can't be looked at without knowing the correct command phrase. So search the drapes to the north of the basement near the bed to discover a hidey hole containing the note along with one lore, earth and air rune. Finally, search the boiler in the southeastern part of the room to find another note with a spider attached. This causes you to freak out, which is odd because you're not usually scared of spiders. Interact with Dave's spellbook and your character will open it with the command Evil is best. Unfortunately, you can't perform the ritual without Evil Dave being there, so you plan to intercept him in Falador when he tries to spy on Saradomin. To do so, you decide to seek out the makeover mage to transform yourself into a female version of Dave. So to teleport to the makeover mage, interact with Dave's spellbook again and select the first option. So instead of teleporting to the mage, you actually end up in the Grand Exchange where Doris is purchasing her groceries. You'll quickly teleport behind cover to make sure she doesn't spot you, and then consult the spellbook to see what you did wrong. Realising that Evil Dave has swapped the labels around in the book, you're ready to try again but need more runes. So head northwest and speak to any of the bankers to attempt to access Evil Dave's bank. The banker will explain that there's a competition on today sponsored by the Rune Shop to win an Earth Rune. The competition is to guess the number of runes in a jar, of which there's only one, so after saying this to the banker and confirming your answer, you'll receive an Earth Rune. Continue speaking to the banker and they'll allow you to access Evil Dave's account, which contains various random items, an emergency flask of stew and a lore rune. Speak to any of the Grand Exchange clerks to attempt to access the Grand Exchange, and the clerk refuses because Evil Dave is banned from using the Grand Exchange after buying all of the shadow dye that was available. Request some air runes and the clerk will provide them as long as you get them a drink. Try to give them the flask of stew and they will explain it's too spicy, so you want to head east to the nearby water fountains just outside the walls. Drink the stew yourself and then use the empty flask on a fountain to fill it up with water. Go back to the Grand Exchange and provide him with the flask of stew water, who will then give you 3 air runes. Now you have all the runes you need, you will teleport to the location of the makeover mage. So you begin to speak to the makeover mage and try to explain you're not Evil Dave, trying to validate your point by recalling previous encounters. The mage recognises you and you begin to explain your predicament of swapping bodies. They transform you into a woman and you become Davina. As you're out of runes, the mage will then teleport you back to Evil Dave's house just in time for Doris to arrive home. Talk to Doris and she'll be surprised at the fact you smell fresh, asking if you went outside. Select any of the options 3 times and you'll eventually blurt out that you went to the makeover mage. As you left the house, Doris double grounds you and requires you to do the chores again. So you want to repeat exactly what you did the first time, which is sweeping the rug, washing the dishes and chopping the vegetables. Each time that you try to complete a chore, the tool you're using breaks. After attempting all these chores, speak to Doris to learn where you would hypothetically get replacement tools if they broke, and she tells you that you would visit Ernie in his general store. Open the door and select the first option to leave the house and then run north to the general store. Talk to the shopkeeper to get replacement tools, which he provides free of charge, and then head back into the house and then try to complete the chores again. And once you then go to the basement and clean Evil Dave's bed, you will then experience another cutscene. After the cutscene's finished, go back upstairs and tell Doris you've completed the chores again, and she teleports away to visit Gertrude and tells you not to leave the house again. So go to the door and choose the second option to leave the house and then the first option to sneak into the White Knight's castle. You'll arrive at the top of the castle where Selection is standing guard with his back towards you. Go to the west and search the suit of armour to receive a knight's helmet. Then continue west and search some crates for a lump of gunpowder. Use the gunpowder on the helmet and then pick up the handwritten note on the floor nearby. And use it on the helmet to receive a knight's helmet filled with gunpowder and a fuse. Go to the torch hanging on the wall near the crate and use the helmet on it. And then go to Selection and click on the helmet in your inventory to throw it, distracting him. At which point he'll go to inspect it before it explodes. He'll leave behind his charred white boots, which have no use in the quest but can be picked up. So you'll need to navigate your way past a series of guards with patrol routes, so keep an eye on where they're walking and obviously you'll work out the routes that they take and walk behind them so you're out of their line of sight. And keep travelling northwest until using the various walls on the roof as cover until you make it to the castle door and you'll arrive in a room with ceramic vase. Talk to Ceramic to discover he is drunk and he'll begin to bark out orders for drinks, and you have 4 chances at providing him with the drinks that he requests before you're tossed out and return to the area you started. Pay attention to your chat box and on-screen messages as Ceramic requests drinks. You then want to go to the nearby keg and grab the drink that he requires and then talk it to give it to him. After providing him with 5 drinks successfully, he recognises you as Evil Dave and accidentally reveals the location of the secret meeting at the Cowfight Hive, and you'll teleport home just before Doris gets back. Talk to Doris when she arrives home and who notices you're covered in mud, and after discovering you went outside again, she'll triple ground you in order you to complete the chores again. So, as usual, complete all of the chores, which are sweeping the rug, washing the dishes, chopping the vegetables and cleaning Dave's bed, and you nap again to witness another cutscene. So you'll be awoken by Doris, who tells you she's going out again. Before you can do anything, Kevin exclaims that Margaret has come over with her kids again. Talk to Margaret, who is a hell rat in Dave's basement, and she wants you to take 3 of her children out with you. So click on any 3 other hell rats to recruit them to your squad. Head back upstairs and you'll find you've arrived at Shanty Pass. Talk to Shanty, he'll confiscate your cleaning products, but he will not allow you to take your hell rats into the desert, meaning you'll have to find another way to pass. Go to Northwest and shake the coconut tree to receive a coconut, pick it up and then attempt to open a nearby jail door to speak to a shady stranger. He wants you to quench his thirst before he'll leave the jail cell. Speak to Shanty to crack the coconut open and then click on the coconut shell to add a hell rat to it. Climb up the rope to the northeast of the area and then click the shell rat to throw it over the pass. Head back to the jail cell and speak to the stranger again, who will give you the coconut drink to. Once you're inside the cell, talk to the shady man who gives you a jewel. Search the barrel to the south of the jail cell to receive a barrel and add a rat to it. Leave the jail cell and then click on the barrel to attempt to roll it through the pass, and you'll discover that you need to disguise it, otherwise Shanty won't let it past. So you have an idea of using the carpets. Use the old rug in your inventory or collect from the Shanty chest on the barrel to receive a carpet barrel and then try again, and this will then smuggle another hell rat. Finally, speak to the nearby border guards. They give you a rope in return for the jewel that you have. Use the rope on a nearby coconut tree to pull it down and launch your last hell rat through the pass. And then you'll be able to go through Shanty Pass into the desert. You will arrive at a location between the River Elid and the Cowfight Hive with multiple holes that can reach into. One of the holes is sparkling, so reach into that one and you'll send a hell rat down to scout around. It will inform you can hear voices about a ceramic vase, which it has got confused with ceramic vase. Your perspective will now shift to the hell rat, who you must now control to find the correct hole through the cave. If you enter the wrong hole, your progress gets reset, so you want to look around for a hole that is shining, which is indicated by particles above it, and then enter it. The correct hole is also the only one with a quest icon next to it. You have to do this 4 times to reach some white knights standing at a mysterious entrance. Attempt to enter the entrance and you'll be able to spy on the meeting. After the cutscene ends, enter the mysterious entrance to find Evil Dave. You explain to Dave that he is making a mistake, but then interrupted by Sarah Doman detecting you in the room. Still taking the form of you, Dave recites a spell which summons Zamorak to the dungeon. A black knight unties you, leaving you free to grab Dave. Run to the southeast and grab Dave from underneath the empty cooking range, who you persuade to come with you. You both teleport away from the dungeon before a battle starts, arriving near Goblin Village, and Doris is nearby and catches you both, taking you back to Dave's house. Back in Dave's basement, clean the bed again and you explain to the Hell Rats how you have body swapped with Dave, explaining that you need to perform the ritual to swap yourselves back. The Hell Rat says that it could help you do it as Hell Rats are evil. Walk around the room and collect 5 Hell Rats to help perform the ritual, and after you're done, collect another one to begin the ritual. Doris will arrive in the basement and be caught in the middle of the body swap. Dave arrives and all 3 of you swap with each other. Now that you're back in your own body, speak to Doris, who is now Evil Dave, and after some conversation you'll complete the quest, and it will come up, congratulations, you have completed Evil Dave's big day out. You're awarded 2 quest points, 50,000 magic experience, 20,000 herblore, agility and cooking experience, ability to catch hell rats barehanded, eating spicy stew has a better chance to get positive stats and will always boost stats by +2, ability to chip teleport tablets to an alternate teleport destination by using the tablet on Dave's spellbook, 2 treasure hunter keys and 2 hearts of ice. So there we go, quest complete. So overall it's more of a sort of amusing quest, entertaining quest. It's kind of similar to like the Gowers brothers ones and all the kind of, you know, jokey ones. The rewards for experience are quite decent, I must admit, for what you actually have to do. And obviously with the stews, it is quite a bonus what it now grants you if you use them. I kind of only use stews when I really need to, as there's other reliable boosting potions etc that you can get, but the fact that they will always boost your stats by +2 is a sort of good thing, considering a lot of them can give you negative stats, and the ability to chip teleport tablets to an alternate teleport destination is quite handy as well. So an example of this is if you put the Varrock teleport tablet on Evil Dave's, where it would originally teleport you to either Varrock Square or Grand Exchange, the chipped Varrock teleport will take you to Varrock Museum, and the Watchtower teleport tablet, which would have took you to the Watchtower, can actually now teleport you to the observatory near the observatory assistant. In the description below I will write down what the tablets will teleport you to once they're chipped, just so you guys know if it's worth doing or not. But yeah, overall you shouldn't get any problems following my guide, but if you do get stuck, leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll help you out as best as I can. If not, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Cheers everyone, bye bye.